Okay, that should be done. One. Yes. Hold up. Hello. Give me just a second, doing a double check very quickly, and I'll be right with you guys. Alright. Make sure everything is fine and dandy. Actually double check here. And everything should be fine. Check with the volume.
The value of knowledge cannot simply be quantified in monetary terms.
Alright, perfecto. Everything should be fine. Ready to stream. Hello everyone and welcome back to Genshin Impact. This is the Shadow Bowser here, and don't worry. For anybody who still wants to see what happened to Enlisted, I'm not going to my old ways and playing Genshin all the time again. Don't worry, there should be a stream coming up of Enlisted either tomorrow or the day after tomorrow. It was supposed to be the day after tomorrow, but there might be plans for the day after tomorrow, so I might do it tomorrow. But I'm not going to skip on the Enlisted stream, especially because there's one thing I really want to talk about that game. But since we're playing Genshin, let's not dwell on that too much, because it's a Genshin video. Now, as you might realize, I did not change the title, because today we are going to finish the 4.3 event, Roses and Muskets, specifically the story mode. I have done the other parts, well, I've done them on my own, let's be honest. Now, if you do not know what has happened, the first chapter has been done on my previous stream, and the first part of my second chapter has unfortunately been triggered while I was farming for, you know, the thing. One thing you must be careful of, if you're going to do the second chapter, is that if you're doing the, what's it called? The film frame, it's gonna be in a hotel, and the second chapter starts in the entrance of the hotel. So, but basically, let's make a brief to tell you exactly what has happened. Basically, in the first chapter, we managed to get reinvited by Xavier into the Fontaine Film Festival, but unfortunately, his sponsor dropped out on him, and now we're in a position where we have to help Xavier actually produce a film. Now, he already actually brought in actors and all the crew already, with the actors being Ayato and Ayaka. And through the first chapter, we also managed to get introduced to a new character, which unfortunately the name is not popping up in my head right now. But yeah, basically, with that put into mind, we meet that, and we eventually also enlist Irina to be our director, while Xavier ends up remaining as the producer. On the beginning of the second chapter, we meet up at the hotel, which is, if you might realize, it's also the place where the filming takes place, which is why I accidentally activated it. Basically, to put it briefly, Ayato went visiting New Valette, we don't see what happens there. Ayaka and Yoimiya went diving and apparently can breathe underwater, so it seems like that's something a part of Fontaine rather than just some ability the Traveler has. And basically, we got everyone on board. To put it simply, the Fiorina, now director, started giving directions to other people, and to make the film that will produce the biggest waves. Not the actual waves that drown people, but, you know, the other kinds of waves, which is, if you don't realize, it shows that she's technically somewhat still traumatized by the events of the prophecy. Now, it's unfortunate. Now, this is a very big rundown, honestly. Unfortunately, the cutscene has been lost because, as I said, I accidentally bumped into not the cutscene, the dialogue. I accidentally bumped into the dialogue while I was, you know, playing the game. So yeah, just to put it simply, the third filming event will get you to accidentally activate the second day. But now we'll do what has been asked for us. We will try to help out people and see how things go. Anyways. Now, yeah, let's just go from here. Alright. Kyori. So this is the new character we've been introduced to.
What? Ayaka has mentioned you to me before. She said that you two were great friends when you were kids.
No talking. I'm thinking about how to do your eyeshadow.
Okay.
Ah, yes. To help me really look the part.
To achieve a more young and naive look for this scene.
Are you saying the wrinkles around my eyes are too deep?
You just have too much of a calculating look in your eyes.
It is Ayato, after all.
You sure don't mince your words. It seems you really haven't changed much.
Quiet.
Jeez, Kiori. Alright. How's Fiorina doing? By the way, Fiorina apparently, the previous point was shown that also she's actually very hardworking, because she came to work tired. Paimon assuming that because she was not used to waking up early, but in reality it's because she would spend the entire night reading the script and fixing it, which is very interesting. And then also saying that if I acted the part of an Archon for that many years, why do you believe I should actually, like, you know, not actually take it seriously on this one? Which is pretty interesting. There's a reason why Fiorina's my favorite character. She's always she's only ended up impressing me the more and more as I started playing this story. I'm gonna be honest.
I don't need any help here. Why don't you try asking someone else?
Alright, Fiorina. So yeah, that's the spot where the freaking thing is. If, let me check, I don't believe the rest of the event will be available yet. Yeah, I don't think so. The rest will be available probably tomorrow. So yeah, unfortunate. On this stream, I will only do the story, which, by the way, if I'm correct, it has fully unlocked today. Let me double check, but I am quite certain that it fully unlocked today. Wrong one. Yeah, as you can see, the entire story has fully unlocked. So we should be fine.
How about here?
You didn't miss much. I basically had to recap the first part of the second the first part, and I recapped the first dialogue in the second that I accidentally triggered while I was grinding. But basically, yeah, that's basically all I have been doing in these past 7 minutes. We're in the event.
A little
Right
more
now.
to the left.
Also, we have also been introduced to two new and completely random NPCs, which, knowing the fact that the first chapter has a killer involved, and the fact that every time when there's a big thing happening, it's always the NPCs, I have a slight suspicion what one of the two is the killer. But, we'll see. Right now, let's just get into it.
You got it.
Hey, Yoimiya, do you need a hand?
No, I'm fine. You know, doing the lighting is kind of like designing a fireworks show. It's interesting to imagine what kind of atmosphere the lights will create. I heard that the Traveler will be operating the camera and Paimon will be the clapper loader, right? Those roles are just perfect for the two of you.
Thank you, Yoimiya.
Really? Is that because it'll be easy for Paimon to hold the clapperboard while flying?
Maybe?
Well, sure, there's that, but that's not exactly what I meant. I just think that after all your journeys together, you two must have developed a super close bond and just naturally know how to work with each other. If I'm not mistaken, the director will want the cameras rolling as soon as the clapperboard goes clack.
Alright, just naturally how... The director will want the cameras rolling as soon as the clapboard goes clack. Actually, we start rolling before that. The clapperboard just gets edited out in post-production.
Oh, I see! It's amazing to see the magic behind filmmaking.
Take 3.
Yoimiya, we need lights over there too.
What?
Oh, on it!
I don't know why, the fact that going from Yoimiya being so enthusiastic to this guy just, yeah, we need to put the lights there too, just absolutely caught me off guard for some reason. It's like, oh, we need the lights there too.
I've got to get back to work. Chat with you later. Oh, it's exciting to see so many people working together to bring the film to life.
Yeah, maybe give some of that excitement to the other guy, please. And she is off.
Seems like Yoimiya's really getting into it.
Where the frick? What? She would. Whoa.
But she was right. We do have a super close bond, don't we?
Of course.
Paimon's really happy to hear that.
Alright, let's see what's next. I really need to find a good font for chat, if I'm gonna be completely honest.
So, this is a real musket?
Oh. That is not a musket, that's a flintlock! Okay. Just saying, nobody knows that inside joke yet, and you just set it out to everybody. Anyways, so that's a flintlock. That's not a musket. I mean, is a flintlock a type of musket? It could be. I don't care. Okay, sure. Alright.
No, it's just a prop weapon.
Oh. It's like what? I remember scenes where like prop weapons were replaced with actual guns, and you cannot tell, and that thing goes, and then you boom and you accidentally shoot someone. Yes. I don't know. I'm going way into the freaking mystery thing.
Not bad. Have you seen a real musket before?
Only in books and newspapers. I made this one based on the relative shape and proportions I saw in reference images.
Also, if you talk to them before talking to the others, they actually say it's a flintlock. Okay.
When we're filming, some special gunpowder will be applied around the muzzle, which will help create the flash and smoke effects of a real gun being fired.
Alright. That's what I miss. Okay.
Which means it'll be up to the actors to portray the recoil.
That's right. The sound effects for gunshots will also be added in post-production.
Also, when I mentioned one thing that I realized, one thing that I find very funny. So there's an entire minigame in this event where you get to use a flintlock and snipe with it. Not a flintlock, sorry, a musket. Here's the issue. You don't snipe with a musket. That thing is as inaccurate as it could ever be. And I'm like, huh, alright, sure. But generally speaking, if there's one thing, it's like for people not to get the misconception that muskets are as accurate as snipers. They are not. Muskets are very inaccurate. That's why they used to do line fires when in the old times. Because the reason why everybody stood in a line and fired at the same time was so that it's more likely to hit other people. So at the time of the musket, in reality, the main weapon was still a melee weapon. It was still the bayonet. Because you would just lower the amount of men by the constant volleys of musket fire, and then when it looks like you overwhelm the enemy, you bayonet charge, basically. So the main weapon in those times was still the bayonet, not the musket itself, because muskets were too inaccurate, they didn't fire very far. So yeah, and the reason why they put in line was because of that, because they didn't, and they were also because they were not very accurate. So that's another thing. And reload would take absolutely forever. It's not like the freaking minigame where you can literally do like a sniper, well, you just shoot, and you can shoot again. The freaking minigame is like wielding a sniper, not a musket. Sorry, just to make that clear as a historical nerd.
Thank you, Veronique. I think I know where to start now.
Alright.
However, the musket's gears and firing pin could still use some work. Adding some wear on the metallic components will make them appear more realistic.
In an anime game. I'm sorry, but I want to make sure that I fix the misconceptions that a musket is as accurate as a sniper, because they're not. And plus, what is it? Can I not do these 2-minute fun facts? It's not like I'm taking 10 minutes to explain how a freaking musket works.
Also, be sure to rub the muskets with some oil each time before we start shooting. That'll give the impression that the firearms have been well maintained.
Talking too much in detail in an anime game. I mean, and look, it's an anime game, but it still displays combat. Right.
Good point.
Alright.
You seem to know a lot, Miss Chevres. I assume you use these types of firearms on a regular basis?
Can't you tell?
Yes, I perform routine maintenance on my weapons every day. Just like we as people need to eat and sleep, muskets need to be cleaned and maintained.
True. Well, even modern guns are the same way.
I also perform similar care for my sword every day, and familiarize myself with its shape and weight, to the point where it feels like a natural extension of my body.
I feel like Silver could be much better at this confirming this one, because yeah, that's true.
Yes. This way, our weapons will never betray us in the heat of battle.
Yes, well said. It seems we have the same philosophy on this topic.
Unfortunately, though, guns are a lot more complicated, can still fail you even when you do clean them, because, you know, they are very complicated, and if just one piece goes in the wrong direction, it can cause a fail, which means either your bullet gets stuck in the chamber or something like that. Also, because this is a musket, I don't know if it also matters how much gunpowder and how much you put into the barrel. Like, that could cause also a big misfire, but it ultimately... It's funny how we in real life is us as Ayaka and Chevreuse. It would be, wouldn't it? Sword Master and Gun Master. Both of us talking to each other.
Oh, sounds like they found a common interest to talk about.
Weaponry!
Though these props differ from the muskets I use, I can still give you some pointers.
Good. I look forward to your instruction.
First and foremost, never point the weapon at anyone, regardless of whether it's a real or prop weapon, or whether you're holding it or it's on the table. This holds for any time when you're not actively engaging an enemy.
That is true. In fact, you can actually get punished in the military for pointing your gun at someone. In the military, you actually get punished if you actually point your gun at someone. Because whether it's loaded or unloaded, you might never know if it's loaded or unloaded, and if you it can always happen a misfire where you I don't know, you smack the gun or something happens and it accidentally fires on its own. So never point a gun, especially a gun, at anyone.
Okay, understood.
No matter if it's a prop or anything.
When aiming the musket, extend your arm so that it's level with your shoulder, and use your eye to look down the weapon's sights.
Basically like this, I think.
Like this?
Bro, Ayaka holding in gangster mode. Plus you can trigger someone who has PTSD. True. Bro, she holding it gangsta style.
Not bad. Now, try saying your lines.
This is the end of the road for you.
Bro, just yeah, gangsta style. Why is she holding it gangster style? That is so hard to... Do you know how hard that... First of all, that is very bad for recoil. That's very bad for your recoil. But second of all, how do you simulate having to do this all the time? That'll hurt your wrist. Damn, the freaking recoil would hurt.
Good. Now turn your body a little. That way, you'll give your enemy less of a target to work with. And relax your shoulders. Here, allow me to demonstrate.
And we will give your enemy less to target to work. And relax your shoulders. Here, let me to demonstrate.
This is the end of the road for you.
You're a professional. Okay, why does it look like she's about to execute somebody? 1, 2. Why are you holding it like this? I'm actually having an aneurysm by someone holding a gun like this. I'm gonna be honest. I'm pretty sure Mythbusters tried this, and this is not a good way to fire a weapon. At all.
Huh. Excuse me, Miss Chiori. Director Farina, there's something I wish to discuss with you.
Oh? What is it?
Like this?
Yes, much better.
What do you think?
I do see your point. But are you sure you wish to do this?
I believe it would be most fitting.
Well, if you insist. All right, I understand.
I'm assuming that Ayato is not gonna be an actor. It's gonna be Chevreuse.
Miss Ayaka, Miss Chevreuse, could the two of you please come over here?
Huh? What's going on? Are we gonna start filming now?
Let's go see.
Alright.
What is it?
I have a question for you, Miss Chevres. Would you be willing to play the role of a musketeer?
What?
What?
To clarify, I would like to turn over my role to Miss Chevres.
But brother...
But brother...
Don't worry, Ayaka. I actually view this as a good thing. I was becoming troubled trying to set aside some time to speak to the staff at the Palais Mermonia. I would like to have some conversations about the cultural exchange between our two countries, and I've heard that the bureaucratic process here can get rather complicated. Now, I will be able to focus on my work. Besides, you also know that I'm not really one for public performances.
Are you really sure?
Thought so.
From a director's point of view, I also felt like the relationship between the two musketeers in the original story could be improved. The older brother in the story plays the lead role with his overbearing character, but this causes his character to overshadow that of his sister, and the theme of the two supporting and relying on each other isn't conveyed very well. But if we were to change the siblings to two sisters of a similar age, then that aspect of the story might come through more clearly.
Huh.
Also, I've seen you instructing Ayaka. That cold and dignified personality is exactly what we need for the older musketeer.
Of course, even with all these insights, the decision should still be made by Miss Chevres.
Chevres mentioned that she really likes the story, right? Paimon bets that she'll take the role.
Nice work.
All right, I'll take the role.
Good. It's decided then. I'll get started on making edits to the script.
Alright.
We'll also need to make some immediate adjustments to the lighting, props, and costumes.
Wow, alright then, everything changed again.
I have a feeling that our adaptation will be even better than the original story.
Alright, Fiorina.
You're doing a great favor for me, Miss Chevres. You have my gratitude.
Alrighty.
Don't mention it. I like this character, so if anything, I should be the one thanking you.
Well, since my brother is the one who brought up the idea, I suppose there's no need to worry.
Alright.
Let's go, Miss Chevres. I look forward to working with you.
Okay.
Please, just call me Chevres.
Alright, so the two leading actors are now Ayaka and Chevres.
Seems like you're really going out of your way to solve the problem I was having with your makeup.
Surely you jest, Chiori. I assure you that I was mostly motivated by a desire to spend more time on formal business.
Oh, come on. You really think I'd buy that? According to what I've heard from Ayaka, her brother is someone who can juggle 10 different matters at the same time. I'm sure you have other reasons for backing out.
Perhaps. Ayaka always said she wanted to go out and see more of the world, just like the Traveler. But I feel that she needs not only to see other nations, but also to make some different kinds of friends. I think it would be harder for her to make new connections with me constantly by her side. I would like to give her some space.
And that's why Ayato wouldn't work, because... seems like he is a more caring brother than what it seemed like these stories wanted to portray. He's not that I feel like, yeah, that is definitely a good choice, especially because the personalities fit better with these two.
Alright, go on. Spoil her some more.
Ayato, it's too bad you're stepping down from the role. Paimon really wanted to see you act as a musketeer.
This is the punishment you deserve.
No need to poke fun at me. I'd wager that you also felt that I wasn't the best candidate for the role.
Chevres is better for a reason, yep. Yeah.
It's a little hard for Paimon to imagine you saying those lines.
Yep. So are you gonna go back at work now?
Yes. I've made an appointment to meet some people from the Palais Mermonia. Now, I will have some more time to prepare.
Traveler, get the camera ready. Paimon, get the clapperboard. Actors, to your positions. we're about to start shooting the first scene.
Yeah.
Go on now. And please take good care of Ayaka.
Yep, don't worry.
And count on us.
Thank you. I look forward to seeing the film when it's finished.
Alright. Okay, just put the camera in the middle so that they can't.
All right. Now that we're all here, let me help set the scene for everyone. The first scene takes place when our two main characters are still living at the Baron's estate. They've been ostracized and verbally abused by others in the household, but they still have no idea why. We want to capture how naive and innocent they are, despite their pain. Chevres will be playing the role of the older sister, Tulip, and Ayaka will be the younger sister, Iris. Be sure to get close-ups of the main characters at the right moment. Silence on the set! Lights, camera, action!
Let's go!
Tulip, Mother's been out for quite a while now.
Alright.
Perhaps she went to pick some flowers on the way home. You know how she loves flowers.
Iris, Tulip! I'm home!
Mother! You were out for so long, we were beginning to worry about you.
I'm sorry, but I'm back now, safe and sound. Here, I brought your favorite treat, apple turnovers.
Mother, what are those bruises on your hand?
Huh? What bruises? Oh, I must have bumped into something while I was working yesterday.
Okay.
But I didn't notice them this morning.
Then perhaps they're from when I accidentally tripped when I was out just now.
Right. I feel like the camera is okay for now.
By the way, did you have fun playing at home? What's the matter, Iris?
Well, we've realized that no one really wants to play with us.
They even took Iris's doll and spat at us.
And they even called us names. They said we were...
Shh. It's all right. Don't worry. Girls, listen to me.
Alright, okay, so pan over all three characters or zoom in for a close-up on each character. Let's try pan over.
It doesn't matter what anyone says. Don't listen to them. No one can define you with such words. You both have wonderful lives ahead of you. Just like your names.
Maybe a wrong
You will
decision.
both blossom like beautiful flowers. Maybe your time to blossom hasn't quite come yet. But one day, you two will bloom more beautifully than anything else. Don't let the soil you're in now ruin your future beauty. Understand? My dear daughters.
And cut!
I made a mistake.
Not bad. The actors' emotions were all on point. Let's keep that take. Also, if our clapper loader could avoid shouting at the start of the scene next time...
Oh, got it.
Great. I was a little worried that my nerves would get the better of me. What about you, Chevres?
Alright, I think I got it right. Okay.
I felt fine. The lines weren't too difficult at all. Seems like Farina must have adapted the role nicely.
You two were great. I couldn't tell it was your first time acting in a film. You should have more confidence.
Thank you for your encouragement.
Positions, everyone! We'll move on to the next scene after we try a few more camera angles.
Everything proceeds at a great pace, and once Sharon has adjusted some details with the selection, you begin to film the second scene. Oh gosh.
This scene is when our two characters return home, only to discover their mother has been murdered. Ready? Lights! Camera! Action!
Check.
Mother, we're back. Mother?
asleep?
Iris, stay away!
Huh? Why? What's... Mother! Mother... She's...
There's poison in this cup.
Huh? I could have sworn I've seen this kind of cup before.
Those aristocrats. They didn't even try to cover up their actions.
Jeez.
Iris, we need to leave this place.
Leave? But now that Mother is gone, where can we even go?
Anywhere. All I know is that we can't stay in this house.
But are we just going to let them get away with this?
We'll have our revenge, I promise you. Just not right now. Come on, let's go.
No, wait. We can't just leave Mother here like this. At least let me leave this rose with her. That's why we went out in the first place. To buy her this flower.
All right. Goodbye, Mother. We'll avenge you. Someday.
And cut! Beautiful! Great performance!
Damn, that was on point. It kind of feels interesting seeing the fact that, like, I don't know, in a game where voice actors are acting a part of characters doing acting. It's a very interesting dynamic, that's for certain.
Oh my, you're so amazing, Ayaka! And were those real tears I saw? How did you do it?
I was surprised too.
Thank you for the kind compliments. Actually, as soon as Director Farina said action, I told myself not to think about anything. I just felt the weight of the moment and became the character. It's quite similar to practicing the art of the sword. You clear your mind and focus only on what's happening in front of you. Ayaka's performance was amazing. Have I discovered an acting prodigy? Pipe down, everyone! We need to move on to the next scene!
Alright. Interesting. Alright, next scene. A full day of filming on the set quickly passes.
Huh? Are we done already? But Paimon wants to keep playing with the clapperboard.
No, of course you do, Paimon.
How do you feel, Traveler? Is your arm sore from holding the camera all day?
A little bit. It was a lot of fun.
Good work, you two.
You too, Shivers. You were quite the actress today.
I've read this novel many times before. I have a good grasp of my character's mindset. Anyway, do you remember my request from yesterday?
Yes.
Oh, right! We were having so much fun that Paimon nearly forgot!
You killed the killers on.
You have a case where the murders seem really similar to the cases in the novel, right? So, how are they similar exactly?
I'm correct, a flower, if I'm right.
In the story, the main characters grow up to become two musketeers, always using their guns to carry out their revenge. And on each of the victims, they place a rainbow rose as a signal that they've returned. Yes, that's correct. We found rainbow roses just like in the novel. Seems like you're connecting the dots now.
Yep.
Oh, that does sound pretty concerning. Especially after after seeing the script today. Ooh, now Paimon can't stop wondering what kind of ulterior motive the murderer might have. What do you think, Traveler? You're smart. Paimon wants to hear your thoughts.
Good. On behalf of Fontaine's Special Security and Surveillance Patrol, thank you for your dedication to justice.
You're welcome.
There's no time to lose. We should start investigating right away. Follow me.
Okay.
Huh? Right now? But we just got done filming all day. Paimon's so tired.
The most valuable intel always comes after nightfall. They are like small, remote islands in the middle of the sea. If you don't stay vigilant, you will pass right by them in the fog. That's how one of my favorite books always puts it, at least.
Alright.
So where are we going right now?
Let's start by checking out some workshops that sell mechanical components. If the culprit is making their own weapons, it's very likely that they'll visit those sort of places.
Alright. Alright. Okay. That's it.
Welcome to Le Show's Clockwork Workshop. How can I help you?
Hello. I'd like to know if anyone has purchased some special components lately.
Special components? Sorry, could you be more specific?
I mean the kind of components that aren't typically used for clockwork toys, but for firearms.
Huh? For firearms? No, we don't sell those sort of things here.
Don't misunderstand. I'm not here to cause any trouble. We are merely investigating a case, and we're hoping that you could cooperate.
Well, to be completely honest, I'm not even sure what kind of components that would entail.
Has anyone ever purchased components here as an individual rather than on behalf of an organization?
We have a lot of customers who buy toys, but those who buy components are all regular customers who buy in bulk on behalf of their organization.
Is that so? I understand. Thank you for your cooperation.
You're welcome. It's the least I can do.
It seems like they're using the same firearm. Alright. Alright.
Oh, hey, Chevris. Run out of oil for your musket again?
Hello, Estelle. I want to know if anyone has come to your shop recently to order some firearm components.
Oh, is this another case? Let me think. I don't think so. Some people have requested that I make some prop guns for the Fontanalia Film Festival, but I refused all of those requests.
For the fun.
Oh? Why's that?
Because there's no profit! I only make things here that can do some real heavy lifting. I don't have the energy to make some new molds just for the festival.
Then has anybody come specifically looking for mechanical components?
Well, I usually sell off my scrap to the Fleuve Cendre. I don't typically give them to one specific person.
I understand. Thanks for your cooperation.
Don't mention it. Always happy to have the Musketeers' patronage.
Seems like
we haven't found any leads to go off yet.
Yeah, unfortunately. All right, let's head to Fleuve Cendre next.
Huh? Are you sure? People might not be so thrilled to see the captain of the special patrol there.
You think so, huh? Then I guess you don't know
Huh? Know what?
that I grew up in Fleuve Cendre.
Huh. Alright. Interesting. Alright, first let's go over here. Ooh.
What's all this? Some broken planks and barrels, as well as some liquor bottles?
Yes, but have a closer look, Paimon.
Broken.
Even though somebody has purposefully tried to clean them up, these are obviously marks from musket bullets. In other words, someone was here trying to improve their shot. They were using the barrels and bottles for target practice.
Huh.
Could it have been the killer?
Your guess is as good as mine. Although many people at Fleuve Cendres own guns, few hide the fact from others. And even fewer would go to such lengths to hide markings from practice shots.
Huh. So by hiding it, they made it more suspicious.
Anyway, let's go. There might be more to this.
Just teleport directly so I can save up some stamina. Let's go up because it's easier to go up than down. No, it's easier to go down than up. What am I saying? Right, let's see.
Hello, I'd like to ask some questions.
I don't know anything.
Don't worry, I'm not here to arrest anybody.
You say that now.
It's the truth. Here, take this as my guarantee.
Wait, did Paimon just see what she thinks she saw? Is the captain of the Special Patrol bribing a citizen?
Seems you're different from the other guards. What do you want to know?
Have you heard anything related to muskets in Fleuve Cendres lately? Anything at all?
Muskets, huh? All I know is that about 2 weeks ago, we started hearing some loud noises at night. So loud that it's been waking me up.
Alright, so basically, let me guess, this place is where if you want information, you basically need to buy information. I would say suspicious, but at the same time, Sumeru buys information from people, so if Sumeru views knowledge just for money, then, although it's also pretty shady, then I guess this is not that much. Although still, an officer that wants to pay citizens to give information is a bit worrying.
Were they gunshots?
Possibly. It's hard to tell around here. Someone's house collapsing, a pipe exploding somewhere, it's all the same. But the noises I'm talking about definitely happened after I fell asleep.
Do you know where the noises were coming from?
I don't remember clearly.
Is it that you don't remember, or that you need to think about it some more?
You tell me.
Then please, think about it some more.
She's giving her even more Mora!
Didn't see anything.
The noises came from the end of the southern waterway. I came out and had a look for myself when I wasn't sleeping well, but I didn't dare get too close. That's all I know.
All right, I'll take your word for it.
Thanks for the pâte de fruits.
No need to be surprised. I grew up here, remember? I know how to get people around here to talk.
Fine.
Seems you catch on pretty quick. Now then, let's keep going.
So, this is okay. It's a bit of a difficult position where you have to do shady business to be able to get information. At the same time, this place is shady itself.
It's been a while, Tetro.
Please, just get on with your request.
I want to know if you've heard anybody talking about muskets lately.
Information isn't free, you know.
I've heard that bandits have been extremely active in the countryside recently, and they've been affecting the delivery of goods to Poisson. I can allocate some more manpower to help out with that problem. What do you say?
You're still as helpful as ever. One of our men got drunk at dinner about a month ago and lost his gun. 3 days later, it turned up in the corner here.
What's weird about that? He just forgot where he put it, right?
This is Fleuve Cendres, my friend. Anything of value left in the tavern won't ever make it to the next day. But that gun turned out to be an exception. It didn't get any new wear and tear on it, and didn't even appear to have been fired. We were quite mystified as to what could have happened.
I suspect it came back because the weapon was already known to the guards.
You mean, a criminal was afraid the Marechaussee Phantom would use the shot marks to track them down? Maybe. But if that's the case, the culprit really took great care to avoid getting caught.
I didn't say anything about a criminal.
In Fleuve Cendres, knowing who was killed is as easy as knowing what clothes you're wearing today. It's the guy living in the east side, isn't it? I've never liked him. Every time he's here, he just orders a drink and sits there with a nasty look in his eyes.
So, who was the one who lost the gun in the first place?
Don't bother. Even if you ask, he wouldn't admit to owning a gun to some strangers. Not to mention the captain of the Special Security and Surveillance Patrol.
He's right.
I know you grew up here, Shavras. Even though you're on good terms with the Spina, you've still been gone too long. Not many people know you here now, and a lot of people don't like the Special Patrol.
I know.
So take my advice and don't show your face too much around here. It's for your own safety.
I'll come and go as I please. And I'm afraid I'll be appearing more often due to my work.
All right. Don't say I didn't warn you.
Uh-oh.
Seems like that's all we'll be able to uncover for today.
Paimon feels like we managed to learn a lot more here than up on the surface.
Yes. Assuming that everything we found is indeed connected to our suspect, then their timeline was probably something like this. A month ago, our suspect found a gun and took it home to disassemble it. Once he'd figured out its mechanics, he brought it back. In the following weeks, he used some parts to create his own makeshift musket, and took it to the Fleuve Cendra for target practice. Then, a few days ago, he found his target and carried out the murder. Once the deed was done, he left a rainbow rose on the body, just like the scene in the novel.
That all makes sense to Paimon, but we're still no closer to figuring out the killer's identity.
The deceased was a resident of Fleuve Cendra. It's said that he was a poor, solitary man.
Following the Shinra have been a noble?
Yeah, that's also something I'm trying to figure out. If we are indeed following the novel, and there's a story behind the murder, then this murder should be an act of vengeance. But according to our investigation, the deceased didn't have any enemies. He was no saint, but no one's heard of a rival who hated him enough to shoot him dead. Much less care to leave a rose on his body. What message is the killer trying to convey? And to whom exactly? We've thoroughly investigated that possibility. He claims to have spent the whole day at the Opera House on the day of the murder, and the staff there have confirmed his account.
Okay, so he has an alibi.
Not only that, he lacks a credible motive as well. He has a family of his own, and both of his parents are still alive. I've looked into his records. He was adopted at the age of 6, and all the proper procedures were followed. There are also records of him at an orphanage before then. In the story, the mother of the 2 musketeers was murdered after the children turned 10. Of course, he could have changed the children's ages, but I don't want to assume anything without evidence. More importantly, I've also had a chat with him in person. He didn't seem like the kind of person who would pull the trigger to kill a man.
Alright.
Then, what should we do now? We have all this new information, but it doesn't help us move forward.
Wait.
Investigations take time. I didn't expect us to catch the culprit in just a single day.
Makes sense.
How about this? Let's spend the next few days filming with the crew. We can continue the investigation once we're done with the film. I'm sure that given time, new leads will present themselves.
Alright.
Wait, but weren't you saying Intel is like small, remote islands in the middle of the sea just a moment ago? Wouldn't you just miss them if you were to stop looking?
Yeah, but you can't just keep looking all the time, otherwise you tire yourself to death.
But the book had more than one reference to the islands, Paimon.
Oh? What else did it say then?
As long as you spend enough time sailing through the fog, you'll eventually come across an island.
That's chapter 2. Next chapter. Alright. Wait until the following morning. Alright.
It's filming time again! Our schedule is jam-packed for the next couple of days, too. We've got so many different locations and sets to cover.
Yep. Alright. This is on top, so I need to go here.
Anyway, let's head out and meet up with the others.
Damn, okay. No idle glimpse true fog. Damn! What the heck, how many days? Both the filming and the criminal investigation proceed at a steady pace over the next few days. Wow, alright.
Good work, everyone! We're looking to wrap with our two main ladies today. I can already smell our success.
Give me a second, I need to try something. Hold up. I don't like the fact that the chat just stays like that for the entire time. I'm going to make it so that it has the maximum time limit, but it doesn't just stay there all the time, otherwise we'll just cover the stream. Okay, hold up a second. Alright. Let's do it. 120. No. Alright. Okay, save. Alright. There we go. Now it should be better. The reason I'm doing this is for a simple reason, so that the chat doesn't constantly cover the screen all the time.
What do you mean, looking to rap?
Completely filming of all this.
Oh, aren't you the expert now?
This upcoming scene is the two Musketeers' final confrontation with the Baron. There will be quite a bit of action, but no choreography beyond what we've already rehearsed. Anyway, get ready. Lights, camera, action!
Is one of the guns gonna actually fire?
The view is beautiful tonight. It reminds me of that fateful night 10 years ago. And now that I've said it, I can even make out the faint fragrance of herbal tea in the air.
Enough, villain! It's time that you pay for the death of our mother!
My dear Iris, have you forgotten your manners? How can you speak like this to your own father?
I'd sooner swallow all of my teeth than call you father.
What did I expect? Seems the daughters have turned out to be just as obstinate as their foolish mother. In this world, Mora and status is everything. She thought she could blackmail me using her children and force me to grant her recognition and concessions? Ah, how naive can a woman be?
Mother never asked a single thing of you. All she wished was for us to live a peaceful life, just like the others.
It was you who personally brewed the poison of prejudice and sent Mother to her death. Compared to that deadly poison, the 2 bullets that will soon pierce through your heart will be like sweet mercy.
Now that is how you hold a gun.
And that's exactly why I said you're just as naive as her. Did you really think 2 muskets would be enough to defeat me? So let's see. What is stronger, Mora and power, or the 2 muskets in your hands? Get them!
Tulip! There are too many of them!
It'll be okay. We'll cover each other, Iris. And Mother will be watching over us, too.
Damn. Okay, wow, that was quick.
You've lost.
To think I'd lose to my own 2 kids.
We are no children of yours, and we'll never call that place our home.
Then tell me, what did you do all this for? You lost your mother, and will soon kill your father as well. What will you gain in the end, other than sentences for your crimes?
We will gain our long-awaited justice.
Ooh.
It's over.
Boom.
Finally, it's over. So, where will you go now, Tulip?
I'm not too sure, Iris. Maybe somewhere with lots of flowers? After all, Mother always did love going where the blossoms were. What about you?
I want to go visit Mother's grave.
Yeah, that's not a bad idea.
Huh? Tulip, look!
What?
What is it?
It's Mother's favorite. The rainbow rose. Look, it's blooming again.
Excellent! That was beyond mesmerizing. Even I didn't expect this scene to go so well. And we got it in a single take. All right, everyone. We've got a wrap for Tulip and Iris.
Congratulations, Ayaka and Chevres!
Amazing performance.
Thank you. I didn't expect our parts to wrap so quickly. I wish I could savor the experience for just a bit longer.
Paimon totally understands. Paimon's not ready to say goodbye to the clapperboard either. Filming has really been a lot of fun.
I'm assuming that this is mostly the investigation then.
You were great too, Chevres. The way you said, long-awaited justice. It gave Paimon chills.
That is indeed my favorite line in the whole book. I still remember trying to act it out in my room the first few times I read it.
Whoa, Paimon would have never guessed you're that type.
Who doesn't like stories where the guilty are punished and justice prevails over evil? Don't forget, I'm the captain of the Special Security and Surveillance Patrol.
Captain, I have something urgent to report.
Please excuse me, everyone. I'll be back in just a moment.
It's okay, don't worry about us.
Oh? Was she whisked away by work already? I was just about to tell her how great she did.
It seemed like some urgent official business.
Then perhaps we should thank the stars that we were able to wrap both of your parts so quickly today. Switching around the filming schedule would have been a real pain. Anyway, I actually came over to let everyone know that we're all done for today. You can go home and get some rest. And one last thing, Miss Ayaka. Your acting skills today were immaculate as always. Are you sure you won't consider taking up full-time acting? See, I just happen to know this great troupe that's still looking for a lead actress.
She's still the freaking... She's still Ayaka though. Part of the Tri-Commission of Inazuma. I don't think she can do that.
Thank you for your kind words, Director Farina. Unfortunately, there are still many matters that I have to take care of back home at the Yashiro Commission. I cannot remain in Fontaine to pursue an acting career. Nevertheless, I will make sure to treasure this incredible opportunity in my heart.
Oh, that's a shame. But I understand. Just let me know if you ever change your mind.
I believe it's also about time for me to take my leave. But hopefully I'll see you on set over the next few days. Even though my part's wrapped, I'd still like to swing by and help out the crew. See you tomorrow, Traveler and Paimon.
See you.
Yep, see you tomorrow.
Alright, I'm gonna go to the bathroom quickly before I continue because I need to think. I need to go to the bathroom. Let's just say that. Alright, go. Need a water bottle. Alright, good. changed it to be a bit bigger, so that I don't run out so quickly. Alright. Alright.
Well, what should we do next? Maybe we'll go investigate the case some more with Shivers today.
Traveler, Paimon, please come with me.
Huh? Where are we going?
You could say that our ship has finally chanced upon one of those small, remote islands of intel.
Huh. Alright. Oh, that's far.
Paimon's exhausted. Paimon definitely didn't expect having to float this far after a full day of filming. So, Chevres, why did you take us here?
Affirmative. It wasn't anything conclusive, but it should show us a clear way forward. Have you ever heard of someone by the name of Emily?
Oh, you mean that famous perfumer?
She's a good friend of mine. She's lent me her aid several times in the past to resolve some difficult cases. After I discovered the rainbow rose at the scene of the murder, I sent it to her. After all, she's probably the foremost expert on flowers and scents in all of Fontaine.
And then?
There was nothing remarkable about the flower or the trace amounts of soil left on it. But according to Emily, the rainbow rose left by the killer was derived from a very rare cultivar.
Huh. Paimon didn't know that there were different varieties of rainbow rose. Paimon just thought they grew everywhere in the wild.
Huh.
Flowers that are deliberately cultivated will always show some different features from those that bloom in the wild. We already knew that the rose left at the scene belonged to a special cultivar, but with Emily's expertise, we were able to pinpoint the place where it was first picked from.
Oh, Paimon gets it now. So whoever first planted that rainbow rose was probably the killer.
Precisely. And after we checked what we learned against some sales records from the past, we discovered that there's only one person in all of Fontaine who could grow and sell this specific cultivar.
Really? And who is it?
It's the novelist.
But didn't you say he had an alibi?
To be clear, I haven't changed my mind about him. I still don't think he was the one who pulled the trigger. However, that doesn't mean the true culprit never visited him at his home or never purchased a rainbow rose from his garden. Whatever the case, we will have to confirm a number of things with him.
So you mean the next place we need to go is...
Yes, we're going to pay him a visit at his home.
Alright, let's see how things go. Okay, I guess I need to run there. Huh.
Take it easy.
What does this do? Oh, this keeps it here. Okay, so just need to do this, I assume. Why is that so far? Huh, just one puzzle. What the heck? Again. Oh. Gotta go show the canvas. Part of the ways of... gosh damn it, no, don't tell me I started a side quest by doing a treasure chest. Oh, please no. I need to be studying was really tiring. I put on my best performance so Mom can sit through it. I can't consider acting to be a fit for credit, but... That's not right though. But now that I think about it, my mind earlier was just acting was pretending not to know. What a couple of minutes. I thought long and hard and I felt done. So I come to sketch again, thought I could practice my observation skills once I felt sketching place with a beautiful view, but it also turns out the evil green guys laid their traps here too. This is so annoying. How annoying! Terribly right. So worked up. How about rearranging it like last time? We only adjusted the item positions and everything immediately I felt it right. Okay, not now. Really things destroy the natural flow. Fit it. Not now. Oh, for the... What am I supposed to do? Fuck it, I'm not doing this. Now, yes, we're going to do this later. This was on top, actually. Just here. Alright. Alright, not doing side quests now.
That should be his house.
Alright.
There are so many Gardamex stationed around the place. That's pretty unusual, right?
According to what he told me last time we spoke, he hired them so he won't be harassed or disturbed.
Huh. So there are a lot of flowers in his garden, but Paimon doesn't think we'll be able to pick one without alerting the Gardamex.
Right. Which is exactly why I think there has to be a special connection between him and the killer.
So, should we knock?
Just wait here for now. I'd like to take care of a number of those Gardamex first.
But they're so far away. How are you planning to do that?
Why are you... She will not miss her shot.
Don't forget, Paimon. I'm actually the real-life captain of the Musketeers.
Alright. Ah, we're doing a mini-game? Wow, they get shot, nothing happens. That was easy. Compared to the challenge, that's very easy.
All clear. Let's go.
Wait! Paimon's a little nervous now that we know he could be the killer. Can we go over our plan of action again?
I'll go knock on the door and make sure it's safe inside. Once we're sure that we're in the clear, I'll ask him to come with us for a quick round of questioning at the guard's headquarters.
But can't we just arrest him?
We still have no evidence that he's the killer, or that he lent the killer any direct aid.
Yeah, you can't do that, Paimon.
Still, it would be appreciated if you could pick a rainbow rose from his garden for me while I'm talking to him. It'll help the Marashose Phantom confirm Emily's theory.
Sure, no problem. Just be careful, Chevros.
I would like to get at the Hydroculus that's on top of his house. Wait, hold up. Maybe this will help. Oh, that's not on top of his house. That I thought it was on top, but it wasn't. Okay.
Excuse me, Mr. Baptiste, are you home?
Who could it be at this hour? Oh, it's you, Officer Chevros.
Would you mind accompanying me to the guard's headquarters, Mr. Baptiste? We would like to ask you some questions about a case.
Oh, is it still regarding the murder case from before?
I cannot confirm or deny that at this time.
So it is then.
Listen, I need you to come with me, Mr. Baptiste.
Miss Chevros, I'll save you the trouble. Oh, and you two over there? There's no need for you to pick my flowers either. It's not time for them to bloom yet.
Oh! Okay.
By saving me the trouble, you mean...
I will confess. I was the killer.
Huh?
What?
He just admitted he's guilty!
Please relax, everyone. I'm not armed. The musket you're looking for has been buried in my backyard.
Then it's my responsibility to inform you, Mr. Baptiste, that everything you say right now will be used as evidence for the inevitable trial.
Suspicious.
Yes, I am perfectly aware of that.
He's covering for someone. It's quite obvious.
I must say, I hate this feeling.
Oh? Is it because I confessed? Or because you've been proven wrong?
Both, I suppose.
Kill him.
For the same reason as the one I wrote out in my novel, of course. I did it to exact revenge. I know you haven't figured out the link between the two of us. Had you done so, I'd have been taken away to the headquarters a long time ago. But that won't stop me from always remembering his grotesque face. After all, he was the one who killed my mother.
Your mother is still healthy and well.
You know, I was adopted as a child. I was referring to my birth mother.
That was never recorded in the orphanage's records.
Please forgive a 6-year-old child for concocting some lies to protect himself after watching his mother die right in front of him.
Maybe he's not. But why would he cover himself before and suddenly... What?
So, your novel, it was like a record of your life?
Wait, but if it's so, there was a second person.
No, of course not. It was a work of fiction with many embellished parts. But I am indeed the illegitimate son of a wealthy and influential man who abused his power to murder my mother. That part was 100% real.
But the man you killed didn't have a Mora to his name.
He was a hired assassin. An irredeemable beast who sank his fangs into a defenseless woman just for a few bags of Mora.
But if that's really the truth, you wouldn't be telling us any of this now. You still haven't managed to take revenge against your father, the true mastermind behind it all.
I never thought I'd hear that kind of thing from the captain of the Special Security and Surveillance Patrol.
I'm simply skeptical about your motives.
It's simple, really. I've grown tired of everything and don't want to shoulder this burden anymore.
Same so. Might actually be covering for someone. There are two, after all, in the story.
You may have considered me too soft to pull the trigger. Well, as it turns out, you are exactly right. I've become overwhelmed by the aftermath of the murder.
So you're going to call a stop to your revenge, just like that?
The true mastermind is too rich and too powerful for me. I've accepted that I will never be able to avenge my mother alone.
And so what? The characters in your book never gave up.
Now, Officer Shavras, I'm the one who has killed a man, aren't I? Are you trying to convince me to commit another crime?
What's your father's name? How do you plan to prove the veracity of all of your claims?
Well, I'd like to speak with you privately.
Sure. Why don't we speak privately at the guard's headquarters?
No, it has to be here. I must ensure that we won't be overheard.
Fine. Let's talk here.
Alright. Okay. Sure.
When I said won't be overheard, I meant by anyone. I would like to speak with you and you alone.
Go somewhere else for now.
Thanks. I appreciate it.
Please stay safe, Chevres.
All right. Let's hear it.
Will you really believe what I'm about to say?
Well, that depends on what you're going to tell me.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Then listen closely.
So that's how it's all connected.
So, it seems you believe me after all.
Do you want me to go public with this?
No, of course not. At least, not right now.
Then why did you bother telling me?
You've read my work. What do you think?
No, gosh damn it. No. Don't commit the same mistake that the other freaking person did in New Valette story where he committed with unjust executions.
Even if you were to go public with all of this right now, he'd simply deny everything. It's been too long. Almost 20 years. Anything that could be used as evidence has long faded away. Even if there might have been a solitary island of truth once upon a time, it has long sunk beneath the waves by now. Justice will never find him.
Not if you don't try.
I know that as the captain of the Special Security and Surveillance Patrol, you will always stand on the side of justice. But do you really think a cushy life in prison really constitutes justice for him? I bet he could lead an extremely comfortable life in the fortress of Meripede.
What are you trying to say?
I've been observing you from a distance. Your portrayal of the Musketeer was exquisite. Pull the trigger of justice against him. Let the villain get what he deserves.
You want me to let you go so you may complete your revenge?
No, Officer Shavras. I know that would be impossible.
He's asking her to pull the trigger. Basically,
No. What I'd like is for you to perform the deed on my behalf.
Oh, Shavras sure is taking her time. What could they be talking about anyway?
Uh-oh.
Oh, Paimon's worried. What if he decided to attack her?
Full confidence Chevrolet's fighting skill.
Oh, you do have a point. Still, do you have any idea who the rich person might be? And why the novelist doesn't want us to hear what he's saying to Chevras?
Sorry to keep you waiting, you two.
Hey, how did your talk go?
I've already sent someone to escort Baptiste back to the headquarters for questioning. He wasn't lying about the musket. It was indeed buried in his backyard.
But what about the name? Did he tell you the name of the rich guy?
Yes, he did. But for now, I have to return to the special patrol. There are still a few loose ends I need to tie up.
Uh-oh. Well, let's hope there will be those loose ends won't be tied up in ways that we don't like.
I'll probably be quite busy over the next few days, so apologies if you don't see me on set.
All right, Paimon understands if you can't tell us everything you know. We'll just keep an eye on the Steambird then.
Actually, there's still something else I need your help with.
All right. Alright, 8 o'clock. It's tomorrow, right? Until the following morning. Yeah, I need to pass 24 hours. Damn it. There we go.
We haven't seen Chevra since that night at Baptiste's place. Well, guess there's no point in worrying about it now. Let's go join up with the others.
Good morning! Ayaka and I were just talking about you.
Is Chevras still not joining us today?
Probably not. We haven't seen her either.
Huh? That's such a pity. Director Farina said that we've only got a few small scenes left before wrapping up the entire thing. She even said that she'll get me into a couple scenes, so everyone will have a chance to shine in front of the camera.
Nice.
We were also planning on having a victory feast once we're all finished filming. You can join us, right?
Of course.
If only Chevras was here. I still haven't taken a photo with her.
I'm afraid that can't be helped. Those special patrol folks are like phantoms when they've got a case on their hands.
But to be honest, I'm even more concerned by what I read in the Steambird earlier this morning. It said that the killer in the murder case was none other than the author of the Two Musketeers.
Oh yeah, I heard about that too. He came forward and confessed his crimes, but gave no explanation as to why he pulled the trigger. We didn't know about this case at all when we joined the film. Is it going to affect the reception of our work?
From a pure publicity standpoint, this will draw a lot more attention to our film. I have to say, though, that no director can be perfectly comfortable with garnering attention through means other than artistic skill.
To be fair, I feel like that ship sailed the moment you allowed yourself to be named as the director on our posters.
It's not my fault that I'm super popular. What was that saying again? My popularity has,
Sunk to an all-time low?
spread to the four corners of Teyvat.
Okay. Which Shadow 2 is it? Where the rose is blue. Alright, let's see. Things are getting suspicious. Intense, honestly. Alright, Chevres, please.
Excuse me, everyone.
Xavier! Feels like it's been ages since we last saw you.
I've been talking non-stop with the Film Association, and I'm absolutely swamped trying to coordinate the film's marketing. So forgive me for not being around more often, but please believe me when I say that I will make sure everyone's hard work gets the exposure it deserves.
Oh, seems like you've been fighting your own battles.
Yes, that's one way to put it. Oh, and before we begin the final round of filming, please allow me to finally introduce you to the original investor of our film, Mr. Morris.
Is he the bad guy? Is he? Possibly? Maybe?
A pleasure to meet you all.
Yes, glad to make your acquaintance, Mr. Morris. We've heard about the issues you've encountered with your financial situation, and genuinely hope that things have taken a turn for the better.
Oh, well, the situation has indeed improved somewhat.
Don't worry, Mr. Morris. Accidents and last-minute challenges happen all the time. There's no need to blame yourself over it. The good news is that we're almost done filming now. And I would even say that this is the best story I've ever seen.
Is that so? I see, that's great news.
All right, now that we've gotten all the pleasantries out of the way, let's get this show on the road.
The guy is very suspicious. He's stuttering a lot with his words.
We'll mostly be filming typical people and scenery from the streets today to improve the sense of environmental ambiance in some parts of the film. Oh, and there'll be a cameo for Mr. Kamisato and Miss Yoimiya as well. They'll be used to show outsider perspectives on the fates of the two musketeers.
That's right. Ayato should be here any minute.
Excellent! Then let's start with the scenery shots. Camera and clapper loader, you're up.
Yep, we'll be ready.
Remember, all we need are some wide zoom shots of the streets. If you happen to find some particularly lovely patches of flowers and grass, feel free to grab some close-ups of those as well. Ready? Lights! Camera! Action!
Alright.
Okay, now move the camera slowly. Try to focus on that flower. What's wrong? Just adjust the focal length a bit. Something the matter? Huh? But wasn't it working fine for all the days before? Veronique, can we try a different camera?
No problem. How about this one?
All right, let's give it another try. Lights! Camera! Action! Don't tell me. This one is broken too?
Oh, no.
Veronique, do we have any other spare ones we can use?
I'm afraid we only brought these two today.
What? Then go find a workshop to get them repaired right away. Oh, and you too, Bono. Go find our spare camera in the warehouse and bring it back to the set.
On it.
Greetings, everyone. My apologies for the delay. Is something the matter, Ayaka?
It seems like there are some issues with the filming equipment today. We're stuck for the moment.
I see.
Well, let's not just stand here twiddling our thumbs. Actors, to the makeup booth. We'll start on the next scene as soon as we get a working camera.
The people at the workshop told me that the part which holds the lens in place seemed to have fallen off. That's super strange. It was perfectly fine just yesterday.
Suspicious.
Well, no time to dwell on that now. Let's get back to filming. Ahem! Quiet on set! Places, everyone! Lights! Camera! Action!
By the way, have you heard about that recent murder case?
Yes, I have. It seems that they've caused quite the commotion in the city.
I heard that the chief of the guards is so mad about not catching the culprit that he's about to explode.
Oh? I find that quite hard to imagine, considering how he already looks most days.
Director, we have a problem.
Oh, we're in the middle of a take! Couldn't you wait until we wrapped up this scene?
No, Director, our film, all the finalized film that we've been keeping in the case has disappeared.
Oh, wait, well, what did you say?
Mr. Bonneau, please take me to where the film was kept right away.
I'm coming too. No, Yoimiya, you have to stay here. Oh. Okay, listen up. Everyone who's not working on this current scene can go with Bonneau to look for the film. Everyone else, stay put and wrap up the scene. Unbelievable. How could all these problems happen in just one day?
For some time.
We're back.
How did it go? Did you find the film?
We found it in the sewers.
Huh? In the sewers? Is the film still okay?
We discovered it just in time, so we should still be able to salvage it. The others are checking now to see if we lost any specific scenes.
You scared me for a moment there. I nearly thought we had lost everything. I really don't want to experience that feeling of despair again.
Okay, but who could have stolen the film and dumped it there?
Could it be some competitors working on other films?
But if they wanted to harass us, why wait until the last day?
Okay, we don't have time to really look into it right now. Let's strike while the iron is still hot and wrap this thing up once and for all.
Yeah, let's finish it.
Film of...
I would like to officially announce that our entry to the festival, The Two Musketeers, has now concluded filming!
Paimon is spent. It's so late already.
Even though the filming process proved to be extremely challenging, everyone provided valuable and unique contributions to the final product. Thank you all for your dedication and support.
And just like Director Farina, I would also like to extend my most heartfelt thanks to all of you. Really, you've all helped me so much.
All right, let's save the awards speech for later, and hopefully also get some rehearsals in before the real thing. Anyway, now it's time to party! Let's all make our way to the beach and have a celebration feast so loud and fun that even the blubber beast will want in.
All right.
Party! Paimon wants to party!
Rainbow roses.
Whoa, this place is hopping. Everyone's finally getting to relax after wrapping up the film.
All right, let's actually...
Let's go chat with someone.
Let's go talk about the other person.
Have you ever seen a fireworks show, Mr. Morris? It's pretty amazing.
I'm afraid I haven't, but I'll take your word for it.
All right.
This is turning out to be quite the party.
Okay, not very interested, it seems.
Hey, Ayato! How's your work been going?
Everything went rather smoothly. Thank you for your concern.
Ayato told me that we've already confirmed the dates for some Inazuma Fontaine cultural exchange events. So the next time we visit, we'll be doing so in our capacities as the representatives of the Yashiro Commission.
Oh, that's great! Then maybe Paimon will be able to find Fontaine detective novels in Inazuma from now on! Oh, wait. Wouldn't Yaimiko get upset if that happens? That would be
Interesting. I don't think she'll mind.
You've got a point. She's always complaining that light novels have become bland and too predictable after all.
The cultural exchange won't only feature literatures of both nations, of course. We have also made plans for cross-cultural engagements in the fields of gourmet cuisine, toy making, and artisan craftsmanship.
Whoa! Paimon's getting super excited now!
When the time comes, be sure to visit and participate in all the events.
I forgot to check with these guys.
Oh, my darling clapper loader and camera operator. You've both worked really hard.
Paimon thinks you worked even harder than us. Honestly, Paimon was getting a little tired of playing with the clapperboard by the end of it. Worst of all, Paimon started having dreams of you shouting, "Lights, camera, action!" into Paimon's ears. The actual dream can't even start until you've yelled that.
Hey, if anything, shouldn't I be more grand and delightful in your dreams? We've been through so much together, and that's how your brain remembers me? That's not Paimon's fault. We've just used the clapperboard too much lately. Anyway, what's most important is that we've wrapped the film. I'm pretty confident that we'll take first prize. Hey, no need to mention the official name.
Wait, now that you mention it, if we did win the prize, would Farina just get a statue of herself?
Come on, I don't need that kind of attention. Xavier can accept the reward on our behalf.
But just imagine! Farina accepting the Farina Award and holding a Farina statue.
I'm going back to my dessert now. You all can keep discussing that on your own.
Alright, first of all, let's talk about these guys.
I was thinking, if this film turns out to be a success, could I ask the two of you to stay and be a part of my crew? Of course, I'll definitely increase the pay for next time.
I'd be more than happy to, Mr. Xavier.
Thank you for the offer, Mr. Xavier. But I've made some plans to go on a journey to the other nations once the festival is over.
Is that so? Well, then in that case, bon voyage, Miss Veronique. Please feel free to get in touch once you've returned to Fontaine.
Alright. Okay.
Chiori!
Hey, you two.
Are you not really into these kinds of big social occasions?
Not particularly. But this is still better than Fontaine Fashion Week.
Okay.
But if this film becomes a big hit, people will definitely come flocking to your shop.
Yes, that's highly likely. As long as the film can premiere as planned.
Are you still worried about the case?
That and all the obstacles we had to face today.
You're right. It's as if all our bad luck just manifested at once.
I don't believe in this kind of bad luck. You can only have so many coincidences before it becomes intentional sabotage.
But why today of all days?
Yes, I wonder.
No, it's nothing. We've already delivered the film to the editors, so there should be nothing more to worry about.
How are you doing, Mr. Morris? You having a good time?
Well, you could say that. Do you happen to know when the party is scheduled to end?
Judging by how much fun everyone's having, I'd say probably not until well after midnight. Is there something that you still have to take care of at home, Mr. Morris?
Oh, well, I'm just not a late night person, so I might take off shortly.
Oh no! Silly me. I almost forgot something super important.
Oh, what is it?
I prepared a whole batch of fireworks for the party, but I forgot to bring them over from the warehouse.
Fireworks, you say? That's truly a pity. Sorry things didn't go as planned.
Could you help me carry them over, Mr. Morris? I won't be able to fetch all of them by myself.
Me? Are you sure that you can't find anyone else?
I just wanted to make this a surprise for everyone. The warehouse isn't far from here. We'll be there in no time. Pretty please, Mr. Morris. These are some of the best fireworks I've ever made. So I also want you to see them before you leave. They're stunning. I promise that they'll be a once-in-a-lifetime experience that you'll never forget.
But...
It's okay, just come with me. If we're sneaky enough, nobody else will see us leaving.
All right.
Uh-oh.
The warehouse is right over here. I moved the fireworks there in advance, so it shouldn't be too much work bringing them back.
It's still a ways away from the party.
Sorry about that, Mr. Morris. It's probably because I'm used to carrying fireworks all the time, so it doesn't feel like a lot of work to me.
Damn. Alright. Thundering Pulse. Full Noblesse. Level 8 talents. What the frick, hold up. Constellation 3? Oh my gosh, alright. Unfortunately, I feel like this is only for aesthetic purposes. Alright.
It's dark in here. Wait here, Mr. Morris. I think the light switch should be somewhere over here.
Well, why did I have to get roped into this? What was that? Who's there? Get me out! Get me out of here!
Did you really think you'd get away, Morris?
You've got the wrong guy! It wasn't me! I'm not the killer!
You know, Eliza died a far more heroic death than this. She fought your assassin to the end, to save the children she had hidden beneath the floorboards. That is Eliza's pendant. The one with a photo of you two inside. The one you gave her. Ring any bells?
It's a fake! It has to be! There's no way!
No way your assassin didn't destroy it, you mean?
Ooh.
Did you ever love her, Morris? Or was killing her always the plan?
No, please. Listen to me. I told Eliza to keep us a secret. I paid her plenty for her silence. I never thought she'd keep the child. Everything was gonna come out, and I had no choice. She forced my hand. No! I'm begging you. I have money. Just name your price, please.
You can keep your Mora, and you can go to hell. I'm Captain Shavraz of the Special Patrol. Morris, you're under arrest for Eliza's murder.
Huh?
Wow.
You're under arrest too, prop manager Veronique. Or perhaps I should call you the Second Musketeer.
Wow. Alright.
Wait, what's going on? This wasn't in the script.
Drop the gun, Veronique. Why? Why would you keep me from exacting revenge on this heartless monster?
Drop your weapon. This is my final warning.
What is going on?
Do I have to spell it out for you, Morris? Everything that took place just now was staged to get you to confess the truth. But this last part is all improv, of course.
Although, calling it to stage, that is probably very unlawful. If I know any sort of idea of law, is that you cannot put a suspect under pressure of losing their lives to make them confess. Because otherwise they can just say that they were confessing because of the possibility of them dying. So yeah.
Shavraz, you told us you help you stage a play. You never said anything about the second Musketeer.
So, alright. Okay.
It's because even I had no way to confirm my theory until now. Thank you for your performance, Yoimiya. Could I trouble you to go and bring in the other Special Patrol members? They should be on standby just outside. Oh, and please tell the other cast members not to worry about us. We'll be rejoining them shortly.
On it.
Damn.
So what do you think, Morris? Care to talk about what happened 20 years ago? My patience is limited, you know. Don't force me to take you back to the interrogation room. I'd wager that you wouldn't last for more than a minute in there. With the recording we made, you have no chance of winning in court. Cooperating with us now is the most practical move.
All right. I'll talk. I hired an assassin to murder Elisa. She once worked as a maid on my family's estate. She was very beautiful, and after some time I fell for her. We kept our relationship a secret and carried out an affair for some time, but it wasn't long before she became pregnant. And if my parents ever found out, they would have stripped me of my inheritance and status, driven me out of my home. I also didn't expect Elisa to insist on bringing the pregnancy to term. She even asked me to leave my family and travel far, far away with her.
She believed that you were truly in love with her.
I didn't have a choice. I gave her a large sum of mora, told her to leave the family and to get rid of the baby. But then years later, she sent me a letter. There were photos of 2 children, and she even asked if I could find some time to visit them.
Huh? 2 children? Paimon thought Baptiste was the only... you mean...
Yep.
Even if she had the children against your will, you could have just ignored the letter entirely. Why kill her?
I had just gotten engaged to be married to an heiress from another wealthy family. So if anyone were to find out about Elisa, my life would be completely ruined. I didn't have a choice.
No. You always had a choice. You just made the wrong choice. Again.
Do you know how it feels to watch your mother be killed right in front of you? My brother and I were hardly even school age yet. We were hidden beneath the floorboards, grasping each other's hands like a lifeline. We were so terrified that we didn't even know we could ever take a breath. All we could do was to watch Mother try to fight back, and then collapse to the floor. Even after the assassin left, we were still too terrified to leave our hiding spot. We thought that he might come back. It was only until the next evening when we finally climbed out and gathered around our mother. But she had already become cold and stiff to the touch.
You made up your mind right then and there to bring this case to light.
Not only that, we resolved to get our revenge.
And that's why you became the Musketeers.
No, that's why I became a Musketeer. The man from before was also killed by me. My brother had nothing to do with it.
I figured as much.
You did?
I once told these two that he didn't look like a killer to me. His confession from that night also rubbed me the wrong way. I think what really tipped me off was, how could I not feel a sense of regret in him?
Huh?
He confessed faster than any criminal I've ever met, but he didn't say a single word about you. He insisted that he was the sole perpetrator in the case. But after the questioning ended, I disassembled the musket we dug up from his backyard, put it in front of him, and told him to reassemble it. Wanna guess how far he got?
Not that far.
He had no idea where to even start. He's never touched a gun in his life. Based on that, I determined that he was not acting alone. He only surrendered himself to draw our attention and create a moment of opportunity for his partner. So, I decided to play along. And as expected, the second Musketeer followed us without hesitation once she saw Morris get separated from the rest of the cast.
Huh.
Besides, why else would he call the novel The Two Musketeers?
Yeah.
But how did you know it was Veronique?
I figured it out the moment Baptiste told me his father's name. That so-called financial crisis was all just a ruse. He just wanted to sign up as the investor and then leave the film without any source of funding. After all, he has a vested interest in minimizing the reach of this story. It's really just the same thing as what he did to Eliza all those years ago.
Human scum.
But then Xavier pulled out all the stops and got the film made against all odds. Morris couldn't have that. With the killer in custody, he figured it was safe to act. And so he came to visit the set today, just as I expected.
Wait, so you were behind all those mishaps today?
Yep.
As for the identity of the second Musketeer, I assumed they'd probably stay close to Morris and look for an opening. And if they already knew that Morris was the film's investor, then that narrowed the list of potential suspects as well. Furthermore, being the props manager would allow the culprit to avoid scrutiny by purchasing mechanical parts in the name of the crew. With that hypothesis in mind, I went back to check Baptiste's orphanage adoption records. Guess whose name I saw on the same page, just a few lines from his.
Yep.
My brother. He trusted you.
As in, he trusted me to perform the deed on his behalf?
He trusted you to stand on the side of justice.
I am.
I thought you could do it as well. Oh, the look on your face when you told him to go to hell. I really thought you'd put a bullet in his brain. You know what he has done. Are you telling me that you'd rather see him spend the rest of his life living like a king in the fortress of Meripede? I will never be able to forget the feeling of my mother's cold, lifeless hands. And you would call this ending fair? Is this what you call justice?
I won't lie, Veronique. I did hesitate when your brother first told me about the truth. I wondered. I agonized over whether I should really put a bullet in his head.
So why don't you?
Because that should never be how justice is carried out in this world. Perhaps, to you, justice is simply reciprocated. An eye for an eye, and a life for a life. But everyone has their own understanding of justice. If everyone were to pursue their own definition of it, there would be no more order in this world. Today, you'll kill Morris, and tomorrow, his children may come for you. The world cannot render judgments based on a desire for revenge. That will only lead to a cycle of revenge, as well as the destruction of order and civilized society. Fontaine is founded on a set of laws and a standardized code of justice. That is why we are the nation of justice. But with all that said, I will promise you this. Morris will not lead a cushy life in the fortress of Meripede.
Chevreuse, the rest of the special patrol is here.
Thank you so much, Yoimiya. Letelier, Terena, please take them away.
I still can't agree with your reasoning.
I know.
Justice has not been delivered. At least, not today.
Chevreuse.
Let's go. We should give an explanation to the crew.
You okay?
Thank you for your concern. I'm fine. I'm just thinking about the things in life that have driven people to take justice into their own hands.
Eye for an eye. An old saying, but a cold and brutal one. Alright. Well, let's see how then.
Who would have thought Morris would turn out to be... I'm at a loss of words. How could he have done something like this?
I'm just glad that you're all safe and sound. Who knew that such a labyrinth of cases would be behind this story?
Well, what should we do now? We have a finished film, of course, but should we still go ahead with the premiere?
What do you mean? Shouldn't you be even more motivated to spread the word now that you've learned the truth?
Chiori is right. I'd also like more people to see this story for themselves.
Alright.
But the real ending of the story seems to have deviated somewhat from the one in the script. Is that still acceptable to you, Miss Chevreuse?
The call is yours. We still have time to reshoot an ending if that's what you'd like.
No, it's fine as is. I like what we have for the catharsis. Romanticism is what gives works of art their appeal. Fiction is able to explore means of restitution that could never work in real life. Just like the real world, the world of stories also has its own set of rules and justice. These different possibilities are what initially drew me to reading in the first place.
Sounds good to me. I support your decision.
Alright.
What about Veronique? Will she be okay?
She will soon face her judgment alongside her brother and Morris. If I had to guess, they'll probably all be sent to the fortress of Meripede. I'll make sure to give Risley a heads up about it.
Oh, you mean that kind of heads up?
Exactly.
Ahem. All right, then the matter's settled. Now that everything's been taken care of, there's no reason for us to keep looking all gloomy and grumpy. Let's get back to the feast and enjoy each other's company. We'll be starting the post-production process tomorrow. You should join us, Chevreuse. You missed the first few hours of the party, didn't you?
All right. Count me in.
Then I'll wait for you over there. There's still some good news that I'd like to share with Chevreuse.
Traveler, Paimon, could you wait for me by the sea after the party ends? I'd like to go on a brief walk with the two of you.
Sure thing.
Thank you very much.
Huh. Judy's invocation.
Sorry for the wait.
Alright.
Oh, we weren't waiting long at all. Is there something else you wanted to tell us?
No, I don't have anything new to share. I just felt that since you were my investigation partners, I should have another conversation with the two of you. Traveler, how would you have responded to Baptiste's request if you were in my shoes?
I would have done the same as you.
Is that so? Well, thanks for sharing.
Yep. No man has the right to take another man's right. No man has the right to take another man's life. Man, that I completely butchered that saying the first time. That is just my personal philosophy.
When I was young, my father often took me here to swim. We'd come rain or shine, even when it was freezing cold. He told me that swimming was the best activity to train one's strength of will. You could never give up before reaching the shore, especially when the water was cold.
Oh? Why's that?
Because you'd go boop if you do.
Because the moment you give up would be the moment you die. At that point, I still hadn't received my vision.
Yep, that's basically it. If you swim, you keep swimming. Otherwise, you start sinking. If you start sinking, you're fricked.
One winter, the chilly wind felt almost like knives on my skin, and the seawater was so frigid that it numbed my toes the moment I stepped in. I cried and begged my father to spare me from having to swim across, but he wouldn't listen. He used to be a member of the Special Patrol as well. You could say it was his way of educating his children.
Jeez.
That sounds awful.
When he saw that I wouldn't stop crying, he just picked me up and tossed me into the icy water.
Yikes.
The bone-chilling cold took away my senses. I couldn't feel anything but fear and rage. I waited for my father to save me, but one look and I knew he'd already started swimming for the opposite shore. I realized that if I were to give up, I really would die right then and there.
Man. Talk about a terrible father, though.
I used all of my strength to try and catch up to my father. Those few minutes felt longer than my whole life up until that point. I did, however, make it to the other side. I've never felt afraid about anything in my life after that, nor have I ever cried again.
That way of teaching would have never worked on Paimon.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think that was the right method for anyone.
Yep.
It's just that, working now as I am in the pursuit of justice, I still sometimes feel like I've been tossed into that winter sea all over again. The anger and the helplessness.
Chevres.
But the worse I feel, the more I know to never give up. The alternative would be to forever lose myself among the waves. Anyway, how about a race? Neither of us will drown, but we can still see who swims faster.
Okay.
You guys go ahead! Paimon will grab the clapperboard to mark the start of the race.
Huh? Wait. This is the... Wait, is this the battle pass or the... What is this? Is this the battle pass or the freaking... Or the... What's it called? The craftable. I need to check, actually. Tier 3... 88, artifacts, full noblesse. My gosh, why does everyone use noblesse?
Oh, that felt good.
You were so fast in the water, Chevres. You were swimming even faster than Paimon can fly. So, about the special patrol. Did you join because of your dad?
Partly, but I'd say I was more inspired by the heroes I read about in stories growing up.
Huh.
Oh, so it's due to your love of stories.
Of course, it was only after I joined the Special Patrol that I learned that truth is often stranger than fiction. Come on, let's walk a bit more.
Walk with Chevres.
To be honest, I do sometimes question whether the decisions I make are the right ones. But I know that no matter what, I must keep swimming. Because the only thing I've got my eyes on is the shore in the distance.
Just keep swimming, just keep swimming.
Thank you for coming on this walk with me. I feel a lot better after getting all that off my chest.
Anytime.
Huh. We're nearly back at Baptiste's house.
Huh. You're right. I didn't realize we were so close.
He really did plant a lot of flowers. It's just like how he described it in the story.
Huh? Wait. Paimon, Traveler, look!
What?
The rainbow roses in the garden. They're in full bloom now.
Wow. I'm sure there's one last chapter, but before that, I need to take a... Wait.
Even though it's a bit late, I must thank you for investigating this case with me. Not on behalf of the Special Patrol this time. It's a personal expression of gratitude from yours truly.
Alright, before we start asking, I'm gonna go bathroom. Alright, let's see. Alright.
Oh, you want to hear more about my father? To be honest, I didn't spend that much time with him. He was always busy with his special patrol, so he would often return home really late at night. Some nights, he didn't come home at all.
Jeez.
Once, he didn't come home for a long time, maybe a whole week or so.
Maybe he went off to grab the milk. I'm kidding.
When I went out to buy food, I learned that he had become a criminal, and by extension, that made me a criminal's daughter.
What? That came out of nowhere. Huh. Alright, so yeah, this was a very bad father. From policeman to criminal? Jeez.
But we can talk about that another day.
Yeesh.
I actually have a lot of sympathy for Veronique and Baptiste. I can understand the hatred they feel for their father. But that doesn't mean I'll allow them to walk the path of evil, even if it might lead to another sense of justice. Films are different from the real world. They're a form of art and represent the wishes in people's hearts. I adore the two Musketeers, and I'm very happy to have had the opportunity to act the role as one. I can't wait to catch the film when it premieres in the Opera House. I'm looking forward to seeing the audience's reaction to the climactic ending. Thank you for looking out for me. I'll see you at the award ceremony. I'd be very surprised if we don't win.
Now we'll see. Alright. 2 days, right? 2 days. 1, 2. Alright. This event has been quite interesting. Yeesh, man. That was something. Holy frick. So Yoimiya was acting. Man. Okay. What? Hey yo, what are you two trying to do? Get out of this is not your property, get out.
By royal decree.
Picked the wrong test subject.
Radishes.
Keep up.
Alright, that is interesting, let's just say that. So, apparently, my gosh, this place has become a freaking area for treasure hoarders. What the frick? Alright. Why is it this entire place full of treasure hoarders? Alright, let's clear these guys out. I'm not happy with what we're doing with the place.
Gotcha. One with the force.
Oh, it's reveal.
No rest for the weak. Enshroud.
Oh, you son of a... Wait, hey, give it. Alright. Finally, the last piece of the puzzle. Completed. Alright. Alright. Alright, let's see how this goes. Yes, after that, okay, the film has a successful premiere and the Musket murder case also successfully comes to an end.
Yay! It's been a while.
Hey there, you two! Sorry I've been scarce. I've been buried in marketing and preparing the film for release ever since we wrapped post-production.
The award ceremony is today, right? Paimon wonders if we'll win the Farina Award.
I'd give it a 90% chance.
Farina! Oh, Paimon didn't know you were already here. You're earlier than everyone else.
I'm sure the others will also be here in no time. Xavier, if we end up getting called on stage, shouldn't you come up with a name for our crew?
What? But we don't even know if we're going to win. I wouldn't want to jinx our chances by celebrating early.
Just open your eyes! Surely you've seen the audience's reactions to our film. We've had nothing but critical acclaim. You've also had conversations with the Opera House's operating staff, right? Didn't they want to increase the number of showings? With the Mora you've made from the box office, you can now open your very own film company.
But that's all credit to my amazing crew. You've all helped to make this a reality, so I can't be the only one asked to come up with a name.
Well, give it some thought. I'm sure the crew will respect your choice.
Alright.
All right, but before that, Traveler and Paimon, could I trouble you to quickly pay a visit to the Fortress of Meripede?
Huh? But shouldn't we stay for the award ceremony?
I wanted to ask you two to invite Shavraz to join us at the ceremony. She's one of the lead roles, after all. I haven't been able to find her recently, so I haven't had the chance to invite her personally. According to the papers, the culprits of the Musket murder case will be personally escorted today by the captain of the Special Patrol to the Fortress of Meripede.
Oh, Paimon gets it now.
Yep, just
wait here, Xavier, and maybe try to come up with a few snappy-sounding names.
All right, then I'll leave you to it.
All right, let's go get Shavraz. All right, hold up. Which floor is this? Usually I need to... Yeah, okay, it's the main floor. All right. It's... Oh, it's in the Duke's office. All right. It does feel great to have some relaxing things. After all, I know that either tomorrow or the day after tomorrow I have to...
This is as far as I'll be taking them. I'll leave the three of them to you now.
Another day or tomorrow I'll have to sweat a lot to try to pull a victory. But anyways, let's see.
Got another errand to run?
Something like that. I'm expected at a party.
Now that's something you don't hear every day. Found a new pastime?
No, it's just a special occasion.
Shavraz! Risley!
Hello.
Festivals really do bring people together. It's been a while since I last had so many visitors at the Fortress of Meripede.
Call it the festival spirit, I guess.
Yeah, you could say that. Even our head nurse has gotten herself all worked up preparing super deluxe nutritious shakes. Just one gulp and you'll have met all your nutrition needs.
I'm sure that tastes great. I'm really doubting it.
Were you talking about work just now?
We've already finished discussing everything. So, what do you think about my heads up, Mr. Risley?
I believe I haven't yet made any promises or guarantees.
But you also didn't shoot me down. Here, how about this? You could give everyone a copy of the newspaper. Perhaps on the day when the cover story happens to, oh, I don't know, expose a certain someone's misdeeds from 20 years ago?
I suppose then a certain someone may soon find himself the most unlucky person in the Fortress of Meripede?
While another two people will soon be hailed as heroes.
Speaking of heroes, did you two need something from me?
Oh, actually, we're here for...
You're here to invite me to the party, right? Don't worry, I didn't forget.
All right.
Ooh, then let's head back right away! See you, Risley! Happy Fontanalia Festival!
And the same to you.
Okay. All right. That's a very interesting heads up I'm hearing. I'm not sure what to think about that.
And the winner of the Farina Award for the first Fontanalia Film Festival is...
Alright.
The Two Musketeers!
Oh, that cover story is that cover looks awesome. Please tell me he already said he's not gonna make a cringy name. Oh gosh.
Congratulations, Mr. Xavier.
We won? I can't believe it! I really can't thank all of you enough!
See? My takes on Fontaine's entertainment industry have never been wrong.
Now, please welcome to the stage the producer of The Two Musketeers, Mr. Xavier!
Alright.
Thank you! Thank you all so much for your recognition and support. While I'm up here, I would love to give special thanks to...
Time really flies, huh?
It certainly feels that way. It feels like it was only yesterday when you were teaching me to hold a musket.
Will you come back to Fontaine again?
Of course. I'm very fond of this city. There are so many novel and interesting things that it's been hard to keep track of them all. But how about you? Would you be interested in visiting Inazuma?
I can't say the thought has crossed my mind before, but I'd be willing to consider it now.
I will be eagerly awaiting your visit. It would be wonderful if you could visit my home and enjoy a taste of our tea and desserts.
Well, okay.
Yeah, let's keep in touch.
They're friends now.
Did you accomplish all you came here for?
Yes. And you should visit Inazuma again sometime.
How has Ogura and her business been?
To my knowledge, she's doing quite well.
Tell her I said hi.
I certainly will.
Okay.
I heard the thunderstorm has stopped.
Yes, and the war has also been brought to an end. Peace and prosperity has returned to the islands.
Good. A lot of small talk, isn't it, Miss
I
May?
quite like the sound of that. Perfect for hanging textiles out to dry.
I'd like to offer my thanks again to the entire cast and crew. Without you, I would have never completed this film, much less had the opportunity to be standing on this stage. With the support of my entire crew, I would like to officially announce our film company, Musketeer Pictures.
Nice.
Woohoo! That has a really nice ring to it.
Then in that case, let's please welcome all the members of Musketeer Pictures onto the stage for a commemorative photo.
Oh, Paimon didn't know we'd also be taking pictures.
Director Farina, I believe you are the most deserving person to raise this trophy.
Huh? No. There's no need. It's so embarrassing.
It's an honor the director deserves.
Sharina will be raising his statue of herself.
Yes, I agree.
For the honor.
Just accept that you're not getting out of this. Ready, everyone? 3, 2, 1.
Alright.
Musketeer Pictures!
Alright. Damn. Alright. Looks nice. I still want. Alright. This should be the end of the event. Yep. That's the end of the event, alright. Alright. Oh, okay, 1 second. Can I speak? Hey.
Lady Farina, please allow me to take just one more photo of you. I would also love to get your autograph, just as a memento of our time together on the crew.
Hey, I've had enough of the camera flashes from when we were all up on stage.
But, Lady Farina, you are the best director I've ever met! The most photogenic maiden in all of Fontaine! This kind of lively and celebratory setting is exactly where you shine. I believe all photographers would agree.
Jeez.
Come, the brightest star of our land! Show us your light! The camera is waiting to sing praises of your beauty!
Jeez!
Well, I'm flattered, but... All right. I'll humor you and try a few more different poses. but I don't have to hold the trophy, right?
Of course. You may pose however you like. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. By the heavens, my luck has been beyond belief. I'm having a hard time coming to terms with it now.
Oh, I missed. What's up? Hold up.
Lady Farina.
Hey!
But come, the
Well, I'm... All right, but I don't have to hold the trophy.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. By the heavens, my luck has been beyond belief. I'm having a hard time coming to terms with it now.
Oh. Okay. That cut though was hilarious. Wrong button. That it? Nobody else? Aww. I like this. Oh, there we go.
Miss Yoimiya, we haven't had the chance to talk, but please accept my thanks for everything you've done over the past few days.
Oh, but I feel like I didn't do anything out of the ordinary.
Oh no, not only out of you faked death in the middle of an investigation. That's nothing, huh?
I'm very grateful for your assistance during that special performance in the warehouse. It was always going to be somewhat risky, to engage and draw away Morris all on your own. You're only a civilian and have never been trained to act in such a dangerous situation.
Don't say it like that. As the director's assistant, it was my duty to help out the crew however I could. It was an honor to help you solve the case.
Not like you ever housed any outlaws in your own house. That's definitely... I'm pretty sure she's a bit... Oh, she's a bit used to high-intensity situations.
I have to admit, though, my heart was thumping super hard the entire time it was laying on the ground. I was scared that everyone would notice.
You did great.
Oh, and before I forget, if you ever visit Inazuma, please come and pay a visit to Naganohara Fireworks. I'll make some fireworks for you. I even know what shape we'd make.
I'm guessing a musket.
Telling you now would ruin the surprise. If you really want to see it, just come and visit me.
Oh, okay. Anyone else? Guess the other guys are absent. Ah, damn it. I'm not missing, and my eyes are not being blind again. I am there. Ayaka, Ayato, and Chiori are not here, from what I can see. All right. All right. Then, if that's the case, that's the end of the story event. All right. Anyways, so yeah, I would really like to get can't say that right. Anyways, there's very likely I will get her because of the amount of wishes that I'm gonna do. Although I'm gonna be honest, the number of wishes going down because I got... Oh yeah, I didn't tell you guys. Yeah. I got both of them. Thankfully, with a very low amount. Nadia was with a 20 pull and, well, 25 pity, which is basically no pity. And Kami Sarayaka was a 7 with 70, which I think that is hard pity? I think soft pity starts at 50 and hard pity starts at 70, and then at night it's a guaranteed drop. But I think that's how it works, I'm not sure though. But yeah, I have spent a lot of things. I am hoping that by grinding a little bit more, scrounging up some primo gems here and there from a lot of places, like, you know, I haven't done a lot of the domains. I think I've completed most of Sumeru now. I can do Fontaine. There's a lot of exploration I can do on Fontaine. I already have 8. I'll get 5 more at the end of the month, which means I should be able to get a good amount. And I need to do the Abyss. I don't think I'll do the Abyss this week because...
it's all part of the learning process.
I haven't really improved much in my... I haven't really improved much on my team building because all the artifacts I collected were useless. But yeah. Anyways, let me just collect... I'll just switch teams so I can get companionship experience. Missions. Boom. And boom.
Add Ast. Thank you for Add Ast.
Okay. Dispatch. Now I'm mostly just trying to claim as much more as I can, because I'm not really focusing on upgrading weapons. Alright, so... Redeployed. Alright, I think I'm going to grind a little bit more now, to actually keep getting more primos, find some treasure chests that I've not looked around for. Or maybe I get lucky with her, and I don't know. If I get lucky, maybe I don't really need to do all this grinding, but I won't know until she'll be out, so who knows? We'll see, I guess. But for now, that will be all for today. Thank you all for watching. I will be back either tomorrow or the day after tomorrow. Well, I'll just say next time, because you might never know the occasions. I've had all kinds of... Every time I said a specific date, there's either been technical difficulties or some sort of issue that occurred and I couldn't stream, and then I look like an effing idiot every time that happens. So for now, I'll just say simply, I'll see you all next time. And thank you all for watching. Peace out.